Welcome once again. It's your favorite show, Royal Inspiration, with your very own friend, Princess Keaton. I'm always glad to be with you wherever you are. Right there in your bedroom, I can get to you. In your car, in your buses, in your vehicles, wherever you are, maybe even on a flight, I could be getting to you because you're connected virtually to me. And so today, what are we talking on Royal Inspiration? What are we going to do to be able to unleash the real you? Well, we're going to be going the leadership way. What is it about leaders Princess wants to talk about today? Well, this is it. Most times we get to feel that our leaders are gods. They're not liable to mistakes. That is not true. It's a farce. Nobody should deceive you. Leaders, as much as they're still on planet Earth, as much as they still have this body that we all have, they are liable to mistakes. The only good thing is they've learned to be so disciplined so they don't fall into those errors as easily as lots of people get to fall in. So, well, most of the times when a leader falls, especially we, the church folks, we get to put them down, we get to join the enemy to make them go down, down, and down. We're the ones who are good at spreading the information all around. That's so terrible. Would have to respond to God for all that we did. I'll tell you the truth. Leaders are one of the most vulnerable people. Why? Because at the battlefront, they are the forefront. And so they get to receive all the blows and the bullets ahead before the people can get to you at the back. Because they're leading, they're at the forefront. So, what do we do when they get into trouble? Should we join the enemy? Should we join those who are fighting against them to put them down some more? No. Says he who thinks he stands, take heed lest he falls. So you're thinking, yes, this pastor was preaching. I said it. Look at him. Now look at the way he is. See, this person was leading in this area. Now I was waiting. I knew that he was not good enough. Yeah, is that all you can do? Really? And if the head has a problem, the entire body has a problem. The head cannot dissociate itself from the body. So if the head is feeling pain, the entire body feels the pain. Trust me, if you say you're from so and so church and something happens to your leader, everybody is going to tag you with that leader and that thing. So don't be the one who is going to go about spreading that information. Well, let me put it this way. Sometimes when you go to our leaders, everybody is looking up to them. They see them like these superhuman beings who can make errors. Please, let's not make that mistake. These people are human beings. As long as they're still on planet Earth and they're having a body like you and I, they are vulnerable to mistakes. They only get to discipline themselves to an extent to which they don't get to fall into those errors like sometimes we do who are not at the forefront. Everybody's watching them. So there was this time a leader of mine, a friend, a dad, in fact, he's just so many things in one. He spoke to me very plainly. I freaked out. I really did freak out. But it was just the realities of life. So he asked me the question, what if you get to find out that I fell into adultery? For a moment, I was like, you got to be kidding me. He wasn't. He wanted to hear the answer I was going to give him because it's a reality. There is just that possibility, but he's working so hard not to fall into it. But what if, just what if it happens? What am I going to do? Am I going to say he wasn't a true servant of God? Am I going to say he was just easy, it was just cheap? No. I, as an individual, have gone through temptations, and most times for our leaders, the temptations are right in front of them. You know why? Because people really sit down and plan to get to them and get them into trouble. But for you who is just a sheep, well, sometimes people won't even look at you, but they look at the shepherd. They have plans, they have strategies. Some people just have all their lives prepared to bring them down. People in the Bible could fast and pray to get Paul. Are you kidding me? Then you, the child of God, or you, the employee who is under this leader, you're also joining those people out there to bring down your leader. It is terrible. I told him I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to freak out, but I really don't know what I'm going to do. So he asked me if he comes to tell me that it was real. For a start, I told him I wasn't going to believe it. And he says, what if he comes to me and confirms that he actually really fell into adultery? What am I going to do? I was so shocked. I really didn't have an answer. I had multiple things going through my head that time. I was thinking just so many things like I'm going to be shocked, I'm going to be disappointed, I'm going to be everything. But he's a human being, right? As just as much as I could get into hormonal situations, get all these feelings and all, and I get to fall into temptation, he's a human being as well. He feels all that. Because he's a leader or he's a pastor or he's whoever, well, the person who is at the forefront at that moment doesn't make him a superhuman being that can fall into temptations. Just because he's a pastor or a leader or a spirit filled person doesn't mean he doesn't have blood flowing through his veins. Come on now. He or she, they're still all human beings. So they have the possibility of getting to fall. So what do you do when these people fall? Do you pray for them? Do you sit on the back and pray for them? Do you intercede for them? Do you ask God to help them, to protect them, to build a hedge around them? Most times when I hear people talking about leaders, I feel really bad, really, really bad. Why? Because I've been in a leadership position as well and I know what it is. It's not as easy as we see it. It's really not as easy as we say it. So trust me, these people need a lot of your backup prayers. They need a lot of your backup support. They need a lot of you being committed to the cause. If you say you're a part of this, you should be a part of it. Don't be a part of it and then a part of some other thing, and then you're giving this person who is leading you a hard time. We, the people who are being led, we give our leaders a whole lot of hard time. And trust me, if we can just be this tiny, winsy, bitsy, supportive of the vision, things and lives of people are going to change for the best. Trust me. We need to pray for our leaders. We need to support them in the best way possible. Since that day when my pastor asked me that question, I finally went and gave him an answer, and he was just smiling all about it. But then, the truth is, as much as I'm going to be disappointed, he's still my leader. As much as I'm going to feel bad, he's still my leader. If I move from there to another place, it's not going to help me because that place is also going to have its own issues. Stay under your leaders. Follow the vision, get committed to the cause, pray for them, support them in the best way ever, and you'll be glad you are part of that mission when it gets fulfilled. Princess Gleason always says, I love you so very much, but God loves you way, way beyond what I can ever do. I love you. Subscribe, get to us, send us SMSs, send us messages through our Facebook pages, our Twitter, YouTube, and all the social media channels you can get through to us, get to us, and we'll be excited and elated to get to help you in every way possible. Stay connected.